already talked about this on the live, so if y'all missed it, I'll get a little bit more in depth and more detail here um about it, man. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video financially on support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Check the Instagram if you want to reach out, or Twitter. Both links in the description. Um, so yeah, it was announced that the rematch is not going to happen by Dan Raphael. This is something I've been telling y'all for a number of reasons. I've been telling y'all Al Haymon don't want to put the money up. Now I have a little bit more of an explanation from behind the scenes. So let's speak on it, man. And it says Terence Crawford and Errol Spence rematch. Reportedly now looks like it's not going to happen. It's claimed that due to the variety of reasons, including the fact Spence had cataract surgery, which is not a real reason why it's not happening. Um, it's not a, that's not even that might be a small factor in why it's not happening, but it's definitely not a major factor. And I'm gonna tell y'all what the major factor is, man. And don't forget, check out the Box Rumor playlist, check out the Welterweight Boxing Talk playlist. And one of the major factors was just the money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to explain why they can't sue for breach of contract over not being able to have the rematch or whatever. So I'm about to explain that to y'all, man. So make sure I hit the thumbs up button and share the video. Um let me see if I can pull this up. Bow, bow, bow. I'm buzzing at them. Pow, 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 pow. I'm buzzing at them. So it said Crawford and Spence can't sue Haymon because they lost money in the first fight to put the money up for the second fight. That's why they needed to do needed better pay-per-view sales. Now, if you're wondering, I think it said they did around 700,000 or something like that. But one of the things that people tend to forget about that pay-per-view, I felt that Al Haymon sabotaged it. And we know him and Dana White work closely together. I think a lot of Dana White's issues and beefs have been with Oscar De La Hoya and with Showtime and Steven Espinoza as a company. For whatever reason that is, we know they work closely together. Whatever, you just never know what's happened in the past life. Maybe Dana fucked one of Stephen Ho, Stephen fucked one of Dana Ho. I mean, you just never know. The beef, maybe something didn't go right. Somebody lied. We've seen Conor McGregor go off on Steven Espinoza and call him a liar and a weasel. That shit just don't come out of nowhere. Yeah, that type of things just don't come out of nowhere, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I feel that Al Haymon sabotaged this fight, bro. You gotta remember they put a card. I think it's the first pay-per-view or big card. I could be wrong. That the UFC put in Utah, so they had a whole card in Utah that night, and we could look up the Utah pay-per-view numbers for that fight as well too. Let's see. Hold on. And I remember that because I did closed circuit for this, and yeah, I did closed circuit, and they had the Spence and Crawford on the big screen, and on the side screens they had the UFC pay per view. So the UFC 291, they said they did 750,000 pay per view buys right here. I ain't gonna go off what Reddick say. They probably did 1,000,000 plus. That's everywhere. So they probably did 1,000,000 plus everywhere. So I remember this number being around 750,000, and Spence Crawford didn't even do that. But they got outsold head up by the UFC, 700,000. And I guarantee you, Dana White didn't pay his people nowhere near what Al paid them. Right? So I feel like, out of all the dates they could have picked for this fight, why would Al Haymon pick July 29th? And he knew Dana White and then was doing a card. He tried to sabotage it. And please believe me, insiders, like these promotion or managers, whatever they want to call it, they know what's going on behind the scenes. Don't be surprised if Dana White and Al Haymon didn't collude to railroad this fight, because he never wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna explain this a little bit more about what's going on between him and Al Haymon, and I'm gonna put the pieces to the puzzle for y'all. So nobody really thought about that. I feel that they colluded. I think Al Haymon railroaded this fight on purpose, bro. He did that shit on purpose because Errol refused to fight Keith and then go fight Canelo Alvarez. And when you don't do what Al Haymon wants you to do, he get mad. And this is why he's telling people behind the scenes that he don't think Errol Spence gonna fight again. He gonna try to railroad Errol Spence. And Errol Spence, I hope he can stand on what he said about being able to retire when he wanted to, because it sounds good. But we know most athletes go broke after not too long. Right? So I think they sabotaged this fight, bro. Because out of all the days, I picked July 29th, and you knew the UFC had that fight. So they know what's going on behind the scenes before they announce it, bro. Trust and believe me. They could have put that on any other Saturday. They probably would have did $1 million. He said because Spence went off cold to fight Crawford when the investors wanted something else, Haymon is responsible for that money they lost. That's why Spence is in the shithole with Al Haymon. See? So Al Haymon mad at Errol Spence. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So he in the shithole. So that's why when you see Errol Spence hire new management, that should have rang a red alarm. That should have raised red flags. So now he fuck with the church's money now. You know, you know, you know. So now he in the shit house. You know, and that's unfortunate. And that's unfortunate. So, um, and that's mad unfortunate. But then again, when you go around saying something and your people hold you accountable, and I heard like he couldn't even go to the barbershop no more because people was asking for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because people was asking for that fight. Oh, he had to deliver. His community was asking about it. Al Haymon don't understand that shit. He ain't never been no athlete. And what's turning out to be one of the worst things that Vernon Forrest could have did for the sport of boxing, rest in peace to him, was get this idiot into the sport. It seemed like one of the worst things he could have done. So they simply just didn't make it. The reason they can't sue, they simply didn't make enough in the first fight. And they probably got that somewhere in written in their contract. And that's why he was trying to tell Errol Spence not to, go through with the rematch clause. And he still elected to it, and all it did was waste time. So Showtime didn't want to fuck with it. I'm pretty sure Prime didn't want to put none of their own money up for it. But nobody looked at the fact, it wasn't competitive at all. But nobody ever looked at the fact that the UFC also put a card on that same day that did better than theirs. And you think that was done by accident by Al Haymon? Absolutely not. That was done on purpose to take money out their pocket. That was done on purpose. Trust and believe me, that was done on purpose, bro. He a spiteful, hating, feminine ass nigga, man. When I say feminine, man, come on, man. Y'all heard the rumors. We heard he in his soft girl era. Come on, man. Everybody knows this to be true, allegedly. Come on. So it's fucked up, bro. Niggas that be on your team, but as soon as I'll tell you that's a true test. With friends, with family, you know what I'm saying? With women. See how when you tell somebody you can't do something, you ain't got time to do it, or no, I can't do it, and see how they react. And see how quick they badmouth you. See how quick that they ain't willing to do nothing for you. That's the ultimate test right there. For sure. Tell somebody no. Tell somebody no. No cap. Tell somebody no. But so, and this, I got one more part to read and then we should be out of here. So they say the pay-per-view sales Crawford and Spence did barely covered their fight purses. They said it was a big loss. So they say the pay-per-view that they did, it barely covered the fight purses. So I think the purses might have been around 50 million. I know for the second fight it's supposed to be 30 to Crawford, 20 to Spence. So their purses might have been somewhere around 50 for the first fight. So they saying that them pay-per-views barely covered the fight purses. So they lost money. Like I told y'all, Al Haymon didn't want this fight to do well. You ever see somebody want to sabotage their own fights? This shit is wild. This shit is wild. It's wild. It's super wild. But it is what it is. This is what they dealing with. So hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all our notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, we drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link subscription. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Boxing Rooms playlist and the Welterweight Boxing Talk playlist. Peace.